This is the Utica First online quoting system. We are showing how to rate restaurant with Utica First program. We always start with new quote if this is a new submission. You have to select wholesaler, go to next. We have to input the insured's information. If the insured have a DBA name, you can input it here. Next, we are inputting the insured location. Next, we're going to select the correct address, input the effective date and the program. We are selecting business owner policy. Next, in this page, we see the effective date, the cost of loss, and we have to input the class of business or the industry, which is restaurant. And the following section is the general liability. Utica First allowed the maximum of 2 million each occurrence limit. In this case, I'm selecting 1 million occurrence limit. Fire legal liability have maximum of 500,000 coverage limit, and I'm going to selecting 100,000. Package endorsement is the enhancement coverage for restaurant program. You may also have some other option right here or not selecting anyone. For me, I'm going to stick with appetizer 1. For gross annual sales, Utica First have a guideline to quote with new venture 5 table and less. We are using the mandatory sales limit of 500,000. For the insured with 5 table or more, they require to use 1.5 million gross annual sales to quote. For the insured that has prior loss or prior business experience, Utica First require the loss run as well as point of sales to input the sales information. Next, we are answering all the questions. Insured have prior history, we have to input the number of sales in the past 3 years. For this insured, it's a new venture, so I'm inputting 0. And for the rest, if you have any scheduled property, then we will have to add it in, and I do not have any scheduled for property for this point. At this point, I'm just going to continue. From this page onwards, we do not continue with the bottom selection, but we have to click next at the top right hand corner. Utica First, including cyber liability, you may delete, uncheck them if you do not want this coverage. So as other coverages, these are the optional coverages. If the insured sell liquor and they would like to have liquor coverage, you may input your selection here. Next, this is the insured location. So sometimes if Utica First website or rating system do not detect the address, they will need us to manually input the information. The validated is already done, so we just move on to the next page. If we have additional building information, we can add it here. If not, we just move on, but we have to order the risk meter. When we come to this page, we see the coastal line distance is verified by the system. Any location less than a mile from the coastal, it will flip to Utica First underwriting referral. We have to input the building class and continue the other coverage limit. For the restaurant, if the insured do not own the building, we will leave it blank and input the business personal property limit. For improvement and betterment limit, it will be included in this business personal property limit as well. In this case, I'm using 120,000 as the business personal property limit. Valuation, we can use replacement cost. If you need higher deductible, you can make a selection here. And for the gross, we stay with the previous information, 500,000. If the insurer is a sole occupant, you can say yes. Otherwise, we stay with no. Number of additional occupants, we will state 0. And percentage of vacant is 0% as well. Square footage occupied by the insured, it's the restaurant square footage. For me, I will input 1,200 square feet. Public area, it's the area that allow the restaurant's customer to move around, so I'm inputting 700 square feet. Total building will be same as the square footage occupied by the insured. For this customer, I input 2 full-time and 1 part-time. Year build of the building is 1965, 2-story with finished basement. They do not have aluminum wire. And protection class is number 4 for New York City area. Restaurant class always have the smoke detector, and you can select either the central station alarm or local alarm. And they have automatic extinguishing system. Next, this page is additional optional coverage that insurer may select. Equipment breakdown is selected, and insurer can or you can select all other coverage as you want. Next, we can add the additional insured, the landlord, or the mortgagee right here. Normally, we will add landlord as the additional insured. So this is pretty much the process of the rating. Next, finish up, input all the information. Now we are going to rate the quote, and this is the quote. From here, we have to complete the application. So basically, you have to answer the questions according to the insurance condition. For those questions that doesn't fit the guideline, it will flip to get the underwriter's approval. Especially this delivery operation, the right answer is needed. We're going to save the application information and then input the additional insurance information. So for this one, I'm going to fix my typing of the address. And we found the address. Save. Save again. Next. And next again. Next again. And this is the payment page. You could make a selection to the pay plan. And then we're going to next page again. So at this on this page, we are going to request to bind. However, when you click on this, it's not binding, but the submission or the quote will refer to IUA, the underwriter, to review, and we will provide you the formal quotation after we review. This will be the last page. Once we are up to this stage, the underwriter will receive your application. So that this is all for the quoting process. All other underwriting guideline and the detail you may need to discuss with the underwriter. Thank you.